Congratulations on the graduates. That was a pretty big mess. Okay. I'm sure that at the beginning of your journey here, you never thought this day would finally come, but that is now here. You're probably wondering where did all the time go. Before we conclude, I would like to call on Miss Erin Wing to deliver the farewell speech. Throughout this year, Miss Erin Wing has shown an intense dedication to both her studies and school community. And she will honor us with a few words that will serve as a conclusion to your journey at Century, and as an introduction to your future, whatever they may be. It's with a great pleasure that I turn over the stage to Miss Erin Wing. Please welcome her to the stage.
Principal, staff, and the teachers of Century High School, parents, friends, and guests of the graduates, and the most wonderful graduating class in this school. Welcome everybody to Century High School graduation class of 2008. This morning, suddenly I remember when I graduated from kindergarten 12 years ago. My parents with their camera were there. The flash of their camera made me feel uncomfortable during the ceremony. But now, when I'm graduating high school, my parents are not here to take any pictures of me. And I think the most of you are sitting here are in the same situation with me. We are international students. We stay away from our home and our countries. We gather in Century, met friends, and became a small family. At the first, it was hard for us to be friends because of the language barriers. But later on, when we studied together, laughed together, worked late for class together, and sometimes we skip class together. Gradually, we erased those invisible barriers. And now, after we became a good friend, we realized we don't have much time to stay together. Today is a special day. The day we are congratulated by our families, our friends. The day we say goodbye to high school and goodbye to all the provincial exams. The end of high school is not a completed job in our life. It's just the first step toward our goal in the future. High school graduation would be one of the great accomplishments that I would like to achieve. When I was a kid, I asked my mom whether she wants me to be a doctor, engineer, or a hotel manager. She told me she doesn't mind if I become a waitress or a laborer. However, she really wants me to be a good, useful person. And now I'm going to do what my mom expects. I'm from a developing country where war had happened for over 100 years. People there work very hard, but they still can't afford the high living standards nowadays. I'm luckier than many of my friends and many teenagers in Vietnam. Every night, when I was studying, playing games, doing homework with my tutor at home, I did not know many of my friends were working outside, and many of younger children than me were selling ice cream or popcorn in the park. And now, when I'm confused which university I'm going to, my friends, they are worried they may not find a job to help their family. I come to Canada with a small hope. I want to get a good education in a developed country. Then I can apply what I studied to my country to help people there have a higher life. I know it's pretty hard, but nothing is impossible. I will try harder and harder to achieve my goal. Some people believe in luck, but I don't depend in it. I don't depend on it because I think luck just comes if we have good preparation. We may have many different plans for our future, but whatever we are going to do, we must use the best of our potential to reach it. I had never expected to stand here, and I had never expected to graduate this year. I just remember 2 years ago, when the first time I came to Century, I thought I could never get out of my ESL class. My English was so horrible that I could not understand or speak a complete sentence. I would never forget my first week in my ESL class. We had a talk about the traditional food. My teacher asked me, "What do you like to eat?" And I answered her, "I am like chicken." Well, I know most of you know it's a stupid mistake. But at that time, I did not understand why my teacher stared at me for a while. However, now I'm graduating. I really tried hard, and Century gave me a chance to challenge myself. Everyone there has contributed a lot to my graduation. Standing here today, I'm grateful to my family, especially my mom. Her love and support have always carried me on the way to my dream. Thank my uncle and my auntie for caring for me during the time I had stayed in Canada. I want to help all the graduating students to thank all the teachers for guiding us to the light of knowledge, and thank Century staff for their great contribution. Ms. Van, thank for your conscientiousness toward me and other students. I thank Mr. Wang for giving me a lot of advice, not only in science class, but also in my real life too. Mr. Hansen, thank for your kindness and forgiveness. Thank Mr. Robertson for your healthy exercise and creative artwork of Mr. William. I thank Wincy for solving my problems. Lastly, thank Stephanie, Karen Chen, Karen Fong, and all of my friends. Thank for your encouragement. People usually come and go quietly, but everybody in Century had a big impression in my heart. I would never forget Century or anyone there. Lastly, there are 3 words I want to say again. Welcome, congratulations, and thank you. Goodbye and best wishes to all of you.
Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Erin. That was a very inspiring story. Now, we have a special treat. 2 of our graduating students, Ms. Ji Hae-gan, who has prepared a violin performance, and Mr. Edward Tai, who has prepared a piano performance.